Hi, welcome to the first of 6 tutorials for iGasLog version 1.2. The purpose of this tutorial is to give you an overview of the process of registering and setting up your software, whether or not you've just installed a brand new version and haven't purchased it, or this represents an upgrade from version 1.1. So, we've got the icon displayed on the screen, and as you know, for any iPhone application, all you've got to do to enter it is just click on the icon and then we start up. The first thing that happens is iGasLog is going to ask you to register the software. And if you're in a bit of a hurry, you can select Not Now, or alternatively you can say No Reminders. That's no problem. You can always access registration through the main menu and the control panel, so that's fine. So we'll just do that just now, and we'll hit Yes. Now the amount of information required is not much. Literally just enough information to allow us to contact you, and so I'll just enter some details there. And we ask you for you to verify your email address, because obviously it's vital that that aspect of it is correct, so we're able to send you communications in the future. Before I hit register now, I just want to tell you why registration is important. Those of you who have read the section on our website will be aware that from June represents a step change for iGasLog. Currently iGasLog is a standalone application for the iPhone. The application is growing so that the iPhone application remains, but it becomes part of a much bigger system, which will include a web service application for users to take advantage of, and that will be a subscription-based service. But because you've already purchased iGasLog, we'll be giving all existing users a free annual subscription. But to do that, we need to know who you are and be able to contact you to send you authentication information. So that's why we've put in this registration module into iGasLog. So once you've entered all your details, just hit Register Now. It takes a few moments, but then the server will come back and says registration complete. And that's fine. So just hit OK, and that's done. Okay, so in terms of settings, those of you who've used previous versions of iGasLog will be aware that settings involved telling it your name, your job title, and your location in the iPhone settings application. This application is taking settings to a new level. You can control a bit more of what the application does. So we've also taken the move of including it within the application's modules. So if you go to Main Menu, Control Panel, and just hit Settings, and it brings up the Settings module, which, as you can see, has 3 pages. There's a page for Personal, page for Program, and page for Import. So Personal, just start off with the easy stuff, which is name, role, so will be an SPR for the purpose of this, and location. And this information is used to generate reports, so the reports are personal to you. Now you can also tell iGasLog whether you're a consultant or not, and the reason that's important is because when interpreting information imported from the ROCA logbook, information about whether you've been teaching, supervision level, who was supervising you, is all encompassed in one field. And therefore, if you've been teaching, it's difficult to infer what level of supervision you were given. So from this, if you weren't a consultant, then iGasLog would infer that you were indirectly supervised. If you are a consultant, then iGasLog would infer that you were solo. So it enables us to do that, and you can do that by telling it you're a consultant and telling it when you became a consultant. And we'll look into that in a bit more detail when we go through the import settings, so I'm just going to leave that to no for the time being. Go to Program. There are certain aspects of functionality you can set. This first one is Show Royal College Anaesthetist Extra Fields. So we've had a number of requests from previous versions to include fields that iGasLog doesn't use, but the ROCA does. So for example, User 1, User 2 and Trainee ID are fields in the Royal College logbook which aren't used in iGasLog, but we've allowed those fields to be imported and they are visible in the case record. However, if you don't use the ROCA logbook, they're meaningless to you, which means you have the ability to just switch those off, and then that's done. Showing complete cases. By default, iGasLog will determine if any of the cases you've entered are missing some key information used for generating reports. and it will display those in a separate section in the Browse window. However, you may not wish to see those. It may make the logbook look untidy, particularly if you have no design necessary to make them complete as far as iGasLog is concerned. So again, you can just switch that to no, and all your records will be the same, displayed in the same place. A new feature for version 1.2 is the ability for iGasLog to download news items. And this is quite good because this allows us to send you information about any issues other users are having. For example, if a user's been having a particular problem, I don't know, with the web portal, for example, and there's a solution, then we can just send out a quick news item and just let everyone know about it, so you don't have to go through the process of getting frustrated by the issue and having to call us again about it. But we respect your privacy, and if you wish to switch it off, you can do so. The final section is the import section. Again, this is to do with the compatibility with the ROCA logbook. The location is a field which is an integral part of iGasLog, but is not part by design of the ROCA logbook. And many people do store location in either their two user fields or their trainee ID field. So this allows you to tell iGasLog where you store your location data in that logbook, so it knows where to import it from. But we'll come back to that next time when we do the import tutorial. Okay, so we're done. We've now set up iGasLog and we're ready to go. And that's it. One other thing to show you before we finish is I mentioned the news. That can be accessed through here, and you can see it says news, and there's a number of brackets indicating the number of unread news items. And all you do is just click that, and it just gives you the title of the news articles and allows you to go in and read them. So the first news article you'll get when you install this application is effectively the changelog, the updates that have been made to 1.2 from previous versions. Okay, that's it. Thank you very much for listening. The next tutorial will be on how to import your data from your ROCA logbook and then to export it straight out again. Thank you very much.